So the 55 is getting closer to looking more like the two-lane blacktop car. As you can see, this is getting a very expensive paint job.
The case was like $40 or $60. It's a lot of money back in 1955.
Yeah. This is high tech.
Grab some tape. I think I got one.
Decided to put a little bit of sandable primer on here just to see how much different it will look, because the red's kind of giving us a illusion of what we're not going for here.
They already got paint on the chrome of this anyway, really. All right here, that's from before.
Yeah, I was just playing around. If you get paint on chrome, a little bit of steel wool or lacquer thinner takes it right off. You don't want to use heavy steel wool though, you want to use a light grade.
Yeah. Probably hit with PV Blaster if I wanted to and take it right off. Oh, this is overspray.
Yeah, that would take it off too. Any petroleum base will take off paint off chrome. Just a matter how long it's been on there and how much elbow grease you want to put in it.
All redone anyway.
Yeah, the red kind of gives you the wrong idea what you're going for here.
Yeah. I'm over the red.
My friend had an orange 55 and I loved how that looked orange, but when Adam was just spraying this black, well, it's actually dark gray, but it looked black when he was spraying it, and when it was wet, every time I see shiny black, it does something to me. But this car here would have to be
immaculate. It would have to be perfect.
It'd have to be a little bit better than this, to say the least. But we all know what he's going for here. Underneath that cardboard right there is his brand new wheels that he just mounted. I'm sure he'll be showing you that on his channel. Be sure to tune in Adam's channel if you want to see more on this 55, because he's doing his own channel on this car. So just be sure to put in Adam Grover Boys Racing, and you can see a lot more. Actually, he just did a nice video where he went and picked up the fiberglass nose on his way there and some scenery on the way, and I like that video. You did a good job on that, Adam, that video. I liked it. There's the front end, in case you haven't seen this already. I've made a few jokes about this before, about laying around the yard and stuff. And there is the other parts that were on it, on this car. And the guy that's getting these parts got this front end for us, for Adam. So that's thanks to our friend Jimmy Kelly. That's a deal they worked out. And that's pretty funny because front end almost matches that primer he's putting on. Look how close that is, guys. I don't know where all these bees are coming from. Like all at once we're being attacked by bees out here. And you ever notice when you make up your mind just to spray something that the wind picks up about 20 miles per hour?
Yep, every time.
The wind wasn't blowing out here earlier, and he said, let me bomb this real quick with some primer, just to give us an idea what the finished product.
Some body guys probably hop on there. That ain't the way you spray that. This is the fun of something like this to me. So.
Yeah, that's not the way we do
This
it.
is like the old school guy who does not care
What?
at all. That's what this reminds me of.
If they say anything, you have to say, what, you're supposed to take the dirt off of it first?
Yeah.
You're supposed to clean that metal first before you spray it? I thought primer was made to hide stuff. I didn't know it was made to actually protect the paint and a good base.
That's going to run like crazy, but I'll sand it.
We do think top notch around here.
That'll fill the scratches in.
But anyway, regardless, it looks better like that than that red, being the car has to just sit here anyway. There you can have it.
Oh no, not my paint job.
A 5-minute or 10-minute paint job. I saw a guy do that on YouTube. He says a 10-minute paint job, and he was on there a half an hour just cleaning the thing off, and then he was another half hour spraying it.
It's gotta get all taken back down anyway.
Yeah,
this is just black.
This is just a little bit of fun right here we're having. That's all.
You live once.
Yeah, you can't take everything too serious about if everything's done perfect or not. This is actually fun.
Now I gotta do the door.
Yeah. I at least would sand some of it down first, but he's just trying to see
It's gotta get sanded down anyway.
how it looks right now, and it's coming around. It is starting to look like he wants it to look as far as the whole package goes with the wheels, and he had the scoop on it earlier that he made for the 2-lane blacktop, so it's pretty cool. Now when he gets ready to do this right, he'll be sanding some of the rust down and things like that. But we're having fun right now. There's the tires, how wide they are. Are you putting a fuel cell in this or not?
I want to try to make that tank work, but it might end up with one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Alright guys, I want to show you this a little bit, and I'll show you this side real quick, that way you can get an idea why he just sprayed that down like that. He just wanted to get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished. I'm getting a little excited here. So, and what's a can of primer cost? Not much. He takes after me. That's all I can say. I used to do the same thing. Get excited, and I'd rather see something in primer than I would all different colors. That's one thing. That's how I am. Of course, you wouldn't know that by some of my cars, but so there you have it, fellas. He's gonna do the door too, and we had a couple people stopping here about this car, believe it or not. We thought they were delivery people or something, and they stopped out front yelling at him. One guy did the other day, and then a guy just stopped by here a few minutes ago. You care if I look at that car? Adam says, no. I had one of them, and we heard about the Mopar the other guy had, and these cars surely do something to people. They bring back memories. And I met a couple of nice people just by having this thing sit in the driveway, as rough as it is. That's what's cool about this car. It don't even have to be painted up nice or anything. People just take to it. And that makes it fun when you have people that it don't have to be a prestige thing. They just want the old hot rod memories, and that's what this car is about anyway. How to paint a door in the wind. That's how we should list this as.
Yeah, right.
how to primer a car without getting overspray all over the place with no tape and 30-mile-an-hour wind.
How far does one can go?
Yeah, when half it goes in the wind.
Yeah, right.
Can't make nice long passes because the wind's taking it.
Yeah.
In case somebody's wondering about that, he does usually go shh, shh, back and forth. I will say that primer don't look too bad on it.
This is like the only spot of the door I really like right here. Feel bad covering that spot up. Have to do something like that, you know? You leave a little red spot on it or something. Maybe primer around it.
That's his favorite part of the car. Can's not gonna make it.
This can?
Yeah.
Well, I'll make it.
I had a guy back in the day, believe it or not, he painted cars with a paintbrush. And don't laugh, because you wouldn't believe how that looked. It did look like a professional paint job. When he sanded it all out and buffed it out, he used a real fine horsehair brush, and I couldn't believe the work that guy did. He would sell them cars and put them out there for sale, and he would say, "You watch how much I get for this car." And I was like, "That thing?" He said, "Yep, I'll triple my money on this." And them cars would only be out there a few days, and he would sell them all the time. Chevelles, and I remember he had a Gremlin that he sold. The Gremlin had a V8 in it. It was actually a nice car. But most of them were Chevelles that he had. 71s and Impalas, Caprices, 69s, all around there. Nova 2. So he had a lot of stuff that he made money on.
Fingers are getting tired.
Yeah, I guess your hands get cramped up doing that. I bought a trigger for them cams when I used to do it. The only problem, you have to make sure the paint can don't fall off the can, because that's the one that, yeah. I think everybody's tried these little tricks. I wonder how many guys have done what we're doing right here. You're gonna have guys watch this and say, "Oh, I would never do something like that. I would just leave it the way it is and wet sand it down." And
Told you I'd make it last.
yeah.
I forgot the bottom.
This paint job is good enough for Sanford and Son. Anybody remember that show?
What's that?
Sanford and Son.
Oh, yeah.
This would be a good enough paint job for that truck they drove. Oh, she's dark. I'll tell you what, that primer blends in though. What'd you write?
Rover Boys Racing, I'm trying.
Grover Boys Racing, there you have it. You don't see too many Grover Boys racing Chevy cars. Only a few.
I got another half empty can here from when I did the orders.
Wow, that's fancy. I think we'll get a lot of work out of that. We should have some real prestige guys seeing this on YouTube, and they'll be wanting to get a hold of us and say,
Paint your car, 5 cents.
I need you guys
5 cents an hour, paint your car.
to do this for me. Anyway, there we have it. I give you guys an idea.
Yeah, like the red show through the door.
Oh boy, you missed a spot. You believe that, fellas? Yeah, you can't have that. You missed that spot there. What kind of painter are you anyway?
Yeah,
Now I'm upset that you missed a spot like that. We were doing pretty good till that happened. Alright guys, have a good one. Having a little fun here, guys.